of the hard candies.
Hey, get out of there.
A bunch of bags.
What are you doing?
Of the.
I'm going to my office.
Just getting weapons.
Give me one.
Huh?
Is everybody
Hey guys, did you get those out of my office?
Yeah.
Put them back. What the heck?
And also get out of the office.
Did someone just go in the office after we said get out of the office?
Yes.
Not allowed, guys.
Banned for life.
Good job.
Okay, let's play some pool. Oh yeah. Except for I got this.
No, we're using the other one.
Let's use this one. Let's use this torture.
So
Andrew, where do you put the pool? Triangle. Andrew, where's the put the triangle? Hey, you want to hit me?
Well, somebody's pushing back.
Yeah, get away. We got spears.
You finally beat the hand.
The hand, yes. After a second time. Okay, 2v2.
So I don't know how to play.
Oh, you didn't. I don't know how to play either. You're gonna show me.
I found it on the ground, so I just put it back on the ground.
put it under your teeth.
It's like,
Okay.
that's like saying,
No,
Not the one for Smash Bros.
Okay, there's TV.
how the oil of
It's the one for the next.
Get the short stick that's duct taped together.
Want to play this one? Dude, just use this one. It's like the longest.
I choose the poor TV.
Put it up to pasture.
Okay, you guys do all the work and set it up for me. Yeah, I don't know how to play it. Not the video games.
Sad jokes.
Wanna play this?
It is seen better days. Would you do the honors, sir? Bury it in the trash can.
Line it up. I'll play. Hey, Christian! Oh my gosh. Here, let me hit it. Here. Switching.
No, not the
Hey, I didn't hit it with force. But at least you hit it. Christian.
Actually, it would be beneficial if you did hit it.
Man, nobody did. Oh, look! Dang. Oh, we're solids. Who's solids? Who's next? Andrew, you're next. You guys are lines for solids.
You can't be sure of that.
Wait, let me see. No.
Nobody has got any.
We're solids? Yeah, we're solids.
No, it's just whoever gets the ball in. If we get a solid in, then we do it.
I was like,
My
turn. Oh, Christian, how about you go? Because I hit it first.
You got it?
Okay, so come on, hit the solid in me. Oh my god. That was an accident. You can go again. That was an accident.
I know. I'm a pro. When I'm paying attention over here, I did it. What's going on over there?
Hey, what's happening over there?
Your turn, Jacob.
He's the new number 2.
That's it.
Now we're missing. Oh, Jade, that one doesn't have a tip. That's why. Oh, this one doesn't have a tip. Come on, I gotta switch.
Well, I got a last good one.
Fine. Oh, this is
Yeah, he's a great one.
what? Cody racing Christian now, are we?
Yeah, he's way faster than me.
Sorry.
Seriously? Wow. Oh, hey, Cody.
I'm playing.
Okay, I'm going left-handed. You're not playing. Not enough players to make it uneven. Okay, Andrew, it's your turn.
Yeah, we had PC last
It's me,
week, but I
Andrew,
swap everything.
Christian, who's now Cody, and then you. Fine. It's your turn. We're solid.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what Alright, you're gonna go after me, Cody. Wait, we're stripes? Yeah. Is that one it? Oh. We're stripes, Cody. Oh.
So don't go for that one.
What? That's solids.
Yeah, they're shrinks because I got solids.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Like, oh, I see.
Just put it in every second. It doesn't have to take all that. My turn.
Thank you. Oh.
My turn. Here you go.
Oh, we're gonna miss that.
No.
Cody, your turn.
God.
Come on, Cody, hit the striping. Cody, do it. You can do it, Cody. Especially since my arms are too short.
Yeah, little.
Somebody else. Other midget arms.
Somebody else. I got longer arms than that. You can't hit the black one. I got longer arms. Good job.
Open these like chairs. What is it? Or do you?
Don't hit the 8 ball into one or one set.
Oh, if I hit that one would work. But yeah.
That's exactly why you don't hit the one.
Oh, that was right. What are you in advance? But
You can hit this one at this angle, then it'll go down.
no.
Oh, I love their
I think that's
The red one. Red one. Dark red.
Oh, my turn.
Oh!
Now you can
Wow, that was
you can put it wherever
really
you want.
good.
You followed my plan. You were
Oh,
going
I'm
it,
so
man.
good.
No, we can't put it
And with that big right here,
We can put the closest, like the middle one that you can.
What size do
You should hit the black one and see if you're straight. No, don't tell me to. You're gonna lose. No, if you put the 8 ball in, that's it. No. Okay, retry. Here, I'll do it. I'm hitting the exact opposite one. Imagine if someone hit the light. Oh, dude, look at that. Cody, look. Look at the light covers.
I know. She's in there at our house.
Oh, people went like that. And they jump up like that. You were like, woo!
That's not do that. Just the end.
See, like, you even did that. You just go like, ah. Andrew, it's your turn. Come on, Andrew, make me proud. Does anybody want to use this? I'll use it. Oh.
I have people like deep thoughts, but I don't really know.
I'll take it. Oh, dang.
Refire, refire.
How are we gonna do this? Ezra said you could.
I know how to defend myself.
Nothing on the inside. side.
That was something. Hey, sometimes you gotta hit one of theirs in just so you can win. No! You can only hit the one you turn around. Go on this side. You just go like this. You take it, and you go.
Down the middle.
What? Yeah. Hit the black ball in. Oh, yes!
Oh,
Shop on the table.
Oh, Cody, you still have a good shot at it, too. Come on this side. Did a sinful Pinocchio where you got like the extra long.
Oh, I know. Did you hear that?
Hey, Mom! Oh, sorry. Oh, wait, sorry. Sorry.
I killed my brother.
Sorry.
I stole $5 million.
I didn't kill my brother.
I definitely didn't murder anybody.
Yay!
Did you get one in?
I didn't poop on any of the logs.
Jaden!
I didn't poop on any of the logs.
What? We're gonna play a game.
There you go, guys. Up there.
I've never ever lost.
Take a good one. Lady, clean up this good one. Cody, look, it's full.
ah.
Okay, now we're just like, we're just holding out. You have to hit the Wait, I'm stripping! Yeah! Oh!
Grab two, same madness.
Dude, Ethan, you just.
What are you doing?
Oh, no, you cheater, boy! It's a full-on street fight!
Danger zone.
Wait, no, I didn't get it. We're not ready yet. You shield.
You shall die. Curse the beasts. Ha! Guys are good children. I don't know why I hate you. Gross. You're all my prisoners.
Whoa!
Stop it, butt. Somebody farted in there?
Somebody's dying. Someone's getting murdered. Oh.
Get a noodle and we can fight it out.
Hey, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid anymore.
Get a noodle. Not afraid anymore that I got a weapon. You're not allowed to use the PVCs anymore. Because like they hurt you much, like kids start crying. And I call the parents, and then the parents yell at Daniel for letting him play with inner tubes. Be like General Grievous and have like a blue and a green one.
I am
Venturous, the girl. Dude, just let me get this. Just let me get these. Die, freaking murderer! I wounded you!
Get back sick!
That's what cool! You're lame! Come here, you little right! Retreat!
Alright, everybody, let's go to the center. We're gonna play a game.
Oh, I know what's wrong with you.
Hey guys, you know that.
Of course.
Oh, I'm gonna see scary one. You want next to
Capture him! No! Oh god, here we go.
I got a spot.
Sweet, chocolatey caffeine.
Allie, hold on.
All right. Can someone help me get all the extra pillow cushion thingies thrown in the back corner here?
Yes.
Try not to knock over whatever cup that is. I don't know if it's got liquid in it, but I'd prefer not to knock it over on the off chance that it does.
It's always him.
And then whoever had noodles in their hands tonight at all, ever, pick these up, put them in the bucket over there. Even if you were not the only person. Anyone? Okay, there we go. Waiting for the honesty. It's good. All right. Put them in the bucket, gentlemen. Don't throw them. If you have a phone, put it in this bucket. As opposed to a much larger bucket back there.
No!
That would be a pretty funny bucket though.
That would be a very lost phone. Alright, so.
That's hilarious.
Okay, we're going to play a game. So, the way this is going to work is we're going to have you all stand up.
It's funny, everyone sits when you say
Congratulations. Stand up more. I'm going to come around the circle. I'm going to whisper something in each of your ears.
The telephone?
No, that would only be one person's
One
ear.
person starts it. He said he's gonna whisper in everybody's ears.
So Group Logic has decided we're not playing telephone. Can I finish explaining the game? Okay, good. So I'm going to go around the circle. I'm going to whisper something in each one of your ears. After I whisper that in your ear, you have to stay silent. From that point on, the game has started. You cannot make any sounds. Once everyone has had something whispered in their ear, then suddenly you can all make sounds, but you can only make the sound that corresponds to what I whispered in your ear. You must then try and find the other people in the room that are making the same sound. Remember, you cannot speak, you cannot say things, you cannot wave, you cannot make any sort of communication besides the sound of the thing that I whisper in your ear. It's the only sound you can make. Now, let's see how many players we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Of course there's 13. Okay, so we're going to have 3 groups of... No, how's that going to work? 3 groups of 3 and a group of 4.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So 3 groups of 3 and a group of 4.
What is it, 13?
It's 13. So, basically, first and last, you guys know you're going to be in the 4-man group.
4-man?
Yeah, I'll make sure you guys are. No, I just gave away hints. So actually, I can't tell you who's in the 4-man group.
No, we'll just have to figure it out.
No, you should tell us so we can.
Oh, okay, that works.
Well, and you can kind of monitor. You can be eyes to make sure, because I'm going to play. You might need to make sure that
Wait,
I'm
did you learn
not,
his name
like,
tonight?
hitting the room.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a bird.
Right? Oh,
That makes
Peter,
sense.
Peter,
All right. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Okay.
It's weird. I don't like it. You know me. You don't know it's to me. I'll tell you.
No. Oh no. Oh, this is weird.
I heard what you said.
Oh!
Did you think I said something else? Oh no. Can't be good. Now you got me mixed up where I left off. We got 2 more? Oh. Okay. I gotta rethink this. You guys are in the game. Find a spot, stand.
Yeah, Sean, you can be an
Well,
Why aren't you talking?
yeah. You can talk to me about that.
Oh. I'm totally trying to follow the rules.
Thank you. You guys are talking, and that's against the rules.
We're talking
You're
about
talking. You're talking.
You're talking.
What were you going to say about that?
But you're talking.
I gotta start over though. Because I'm supposed to try and remember how many of what I've said.
You bring the 2 of them and Sean in, we've got 15.
Yeah.
So you could either do 5 of 3
The 2 of them in would make 15 without Sean.
with Sean because we were 12.
We were 13. Oh, with Sean.
Because Sean took out. So if Sean comes
Thank
back
you.
in, it's
Okay.
15. And depending upon what's going on, it might be better to
Maybe
do
be better to
5
do
of
big groups.
3.
Yeah.
5. I don't know which
No, let's do
way.
3 groups. I like 3 groups. Okay.
Wait, we're not. Oh.
Save him.
I was like, how do I make a sound that was
Okay. There will be 3 of you in each group. That's the way we're gonna play this. And Daniel's brain is gonna try not to explode while handing these out. Okay, so here we go. Anyways, it works out perfectly. Okay.
Some of your
So here we
blood
go.
vessels are
Ready?
gonna pop.
Ready? He has to make a little noise because he's just gonna hear what he is.
Oh, okay, let's make a lot of noise. We gotta talk, we gotta be a distraction. We can talk
You know what
right
you
now,
are,
but
right?
once we know what we are, we
Okay.
gotta shut our mouths.
That's
what we gotta do. Shut up! Walk around like a triangle. That's gonna be like our new handshake. My little brother. Play games. Play games and just the days of the week.
You can't hear.
Oh.
I'm glad you're here and not calling her tonight. Awesome.
I really wanted to be.
Good job,
he
girl.
told you. Thank you.
Welcome. I'm stoked you're here.
You have to make the noise in response to what you said.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
All right, ready? And first group to have 3 players in it together wins. On your marks, get set, go. Sounds only. The Moose have won it, and the what were you?
Oinks.
The Oinks took second place.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Everyone else
All
was
right.
making like, do you want to play one more? We're gonna have to
I was a Daniels now.
Okay.
I will.
Yeah,
Thank you very
thankfully
much.
it's always
The
been like
chicken.
moves working out.
Yes.
Chicken.
That's my chair.
Was anyone else
a chicken?
Probably Ethan. Ethan.
All right, everybody,
Ethan's in there.
spot
You're
the circle.
Sabotage.
Are you kidding?
Find me spot the circle. Stand up for me. So I'm gonna give you an animal.
Wait, find a new spot, you said, guys.
And then you have to make that animal.
You said find a new.
Okay. And then your job is trying to find everyone else in the room who's making the same sound. A lot of rejection for you. Okay. You gotta find all the people making the
I just
same
know it. Well, that you said that you said.
Yeah, find a new spot, I said.
I did. Turkey. Dang it! I'm so
Find a new
comfortable.
spot.
If I had Gatorade, I'd be stuff.
We're winners. You know how the coach is flavor of the Super Bowl Gatorade?
Yeah, because he's a winner.
Wait, what? Wait,
No,
what
secret
flavor?
is because they all hate him.
I
Alright, here we go. This time, there's gonna be 4 teams of 4.
And I'm a dang.
Natalie, are you in?
You were gonna do.
Are you in? Okay. Sean, do you mind sitting out this one so Natalie can jump in?
I'm a
Okay,
duck.
here we go.
I'm a duck.
I'm just gonna give everyone an animal.
I'm a duck.
And you guys have to try and find everyone with the same animal. But the only form of
I'm a duck.
communication you can have is the sound that animal
You
makes.
need to not wear yellow for
Oh my
us.
gosh.
What?
You already know.
I pick your animal.
By doing
I'm a duck. You should do one group like the fox.
You can earn a candy bar.
You should do one group that's human.
It is Wednesday.
Oh, a dog, yeah.
And then we can just talk.
Okay.
Wow.
Everybody else can know.
Hey guys, it's not a white
This is a monkey.
Are you sure?
Okay. Okay. I
I'm a
have them.
duck.
I have them. Ready for this? Here we
And
go.
whatever he is, he's not gonna make the sound. So if you're a group of 2, go to him.
Make noise.
No, you're a group of 3.
I put on 4. Second. Yes. No.
But you really enjoy it. Right? Not YouTube, right? You know what they're doing on YouTube, guys.
That's why.
I know, right?
I got one that I didn't think of. Same one time. So I was gonna be like, I don't know.
Me neither. What the heck?
Okay.
All right, you guys ready? On your marks. Get set. Go. Lion and then fish. I did not think fish was going to come out in the top 2. Yes! Congratulations. All right, so what did you guys make?
Glub, glub, glub.
Glub, glub, glub.
Yes.
Blub. I was thinking blub. Blub.
What is
not very nice.
parakeet?
I said carrot.
Oh!
Carrot say.
I want a cracker.
I said carrot say. I didn't know that. All right, wait, I just see it.
Fish. It's a bubble.
I said bubble.
I-
I said
Get off of it.
Jesus.
Get your foot down the house.
I love hearing that. All right. Congratulations on finding new seeds.
Oh, did you say find new seeds? I thought you said take a seed.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I don't know. Somebody just asked me if you said find a seed, and I said no.
I probably didn't. I probably.
I didn't hear you. Sorry. I don't know.
okay.
It's late.
All right. Ba-do-do-do.
Another one.
Let's do one more.
Let's do something else. Let's do
We-
something easier.
Easier than those animals.
Than a fish.
Hey, you came in second. I don't know what you're complaining about.
I said
You beat
bubble.
the frog
And it was like
and you
we were
beat the
so.
parrot.
I know.
So
It was like literally. It was like a split second.
the lions did kind of
I'm
win.
always the first one to win. Last time.
Oh, there's
it was
revenue, Jaden.
Thanks a lot, Jake.
Awesome.
All right, let's see.
Jaden, let me get you a salt shaker to just pour right into that wound. It burns. You're burning me, son.
How rude. I feel like pepper would work.
Oh, I have one that might
lemon
work,
juice.
and it might work terribly. I don't know.
Humans?
I kinda- I know. I kind of want to get it. You want the hard one? Okay.
Pulling out recipes,
Here we go.
and I made this like really good lemon dessert. It's like everybody loves it. Like everybody's always asking for it.
Yeah, I probably know how to make it considering what we already talked about.
Lemon
tonight.
blossoms.
Okay, there you
Probably,
go.
I don't
They're
know.
like
Okay, there you
it
go.
takes like 15 minutes literally, and like it's like 5 minutes in the oven.
Okay.
If you put toothpaste on a burn, it stops burning. I believe that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's toothpaste. It's
When I was a kid,
oh, it's not
see, that's how Jacob became.
Oh my god. That is like total uneven helping in your mouth.
I don't even
Coffee.
know.
Yeah, he just went
Lefty adapter.
He was like,
The adapter shoot.
fresh.
Probably. We're not sure. We lose
No,
the
I'm
practicing myself.
You know where you practice
That
yourself?
brownie is from your
Not
house.
at church.
That brownie's from your house.
I'll stick my baboon.
Huh?
It looks really good.
No.
He really has baboons, right? He actually has them. Yeah, one of them they have no hair on their butts. No hair at all. Right, their butts,
Baboons?
bright pink.
Baboons. And their noses are blue. It's the
Apparently
weirdest
she's
thing.
Yeah, they look
baboons.
real ugly with that.
Yeah.
They were like saying something weird at first.
No,
Now
it's
I
a word.
I know what it is.
What?
Awkward silence. Oh, don't do this. Okay, that should be easy enough.
What's the game?
Stop it.
And you have to try to find other people.
Everybody's
gonna
think that,
Wait, I don't know what to make my head.
genie dancers.
I got that animal.
What noise are you supposed to make?
Just like the noise of the thing. Just make the noise of the thing.
Oh, you get some candy.
Alright, you guys. That was like the quiet version, but you get the idea.
Go,
Alright, ready? Marks? Get set. Go. Oh, you guys get all four?
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't tell me. Like, raise your hand or something.
Get over here.
Alright, so, Meow won first. I think that group won second? But they never said anything. They four were saying almost the whole time.
Daniel,
We didn't know. We
they
didn't
got together
know.
without saying anything.
We didn't know.
They had no idea they were mice.
Okay, and you are
They were the
platypus. Real quick, I want to hear everyone's platypus, okay? What's your platypus?
Cheddar.
Okay, yours.
I don't know. I didn't know what to do, and I saw him doing something weird, and we went over to each
was
other,
yours?
and we kind of thought.
Did you ever?
But he went like this.
You ever seen?
This was the part of it that I was like,
You were
I'm
sure.
probably
That's-
that.
That's got to be it. You ever seen Phineas and Ferb?
Yes.
Do you know the sound that Harry makes?
Yes.
If you can roll your R's, you can kind of do it.
But I wasn't thinking after he gave it to me. I was thinking, what a bizarre thing.
You dogs. That sounds like a dog. All right, everybody find the seat. Have you guys ever heard? No, that is the last round of that. Have you guys ever heard of Brian Regan?
No.
The president? Brian Regan does clean comedy. Love Brian Regan.
Nice.
He has this whole routine on the noises that animals make. And he has like every dog noise is not a noise that dogs actually make. No one ever heard a dog barking and heard, you know, "Bark, bark, bark, bark." He's like, oh, there it is. It's bark. You hear it? He's saying, bark, bark, bark. Do you hear bow? Bow, wow. Isn't that what he said? I heard it. Was it woof? Woof? Is that what he said? Like, none of the dog noises are actually the dog noise. None of them. It makes no sense.
Brian Regan.
Brian Regan. You can find most of his stuff on the
I'll
internet.
have to look.
He's very self-deprecating and does a ton of jokes about how stupid he is. He has like these amazing faces because he has like a huge jaw and a huge forehead.
That'll be good to watch with the kids though, because sometimes when they want to watch stuff, it's like, I don't know what to watch. So we'll do that.
I've never really seen him go off color. Maybe it's out there somewhere, but I've seen almost all of his material.
Yeah.
Never seen him go off color.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's a fun guy to watch.
Awesome.
All right.
Come see it.
Caleb, Hillary, are you guys leaving? You're right by the door. You do this to me.
Hey,
Too many
that's
times.
a lie.
Too many times.
I
Maybe
gave him a chocolate brownie to stay. I stole it from the cafe.
You admit it.
That's pretty low.
Church thief.
we have no leaders.
You
I'll
do have
go.
leaders.
There's no one here. So sad.
I'll be a leader.
Our leader.
I think that might be
All right, so this is the deal. This is the deal.
Leader.
Next time you guys see Caleb, Hillary, or Elijah, you have to give them the weepy face. It's like just like cry.
Shins.
Andrew's here. Why would he?
Yeah, but he stole from the church.
Good.
I worked long hours in the cafe to pay for this.
Hey, I'm curious,
You said you
Andrew.
stole it.
So was that right as the cafe closed?
Yeah.
Do you guys know that Jordan gives leftover stuff to the people who work in the cafe when the cafe closes?
No. No, it's
Yeah, so shut your pie
It's still
hole.
stealing. He said it was.
Wow.
He totally
He
does.
admitted it.
I admitted it.
He was like, I stole it. And for Caleb too.
That's concrete. You have 3 witnesses against you. You're going to jail, mister. Caught in his own lie. All right. Anyways, we tonight are going to be looking a little more at the Book of John. Do you not like the Book of John?
What I hear? Everyone's.
What do you? I'm just curious. No, I want the feedback. Give me the feedback. What could we do to improve?
Yes.
I feel like we have a wall of televisions hooked up to video games. I feel like we do that. Do we not? Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't we like encourage you to hang out with your friends and play video games? I mean, don't we have like a massive collection of nearly 100 video games just like sitting there waiting for you to play any one of them? Like, don't we?
Daniel,
Okay.
yes, I need to play video games every second of my life syndrome. It's embarrassing for him, but
It's obviously not embarrassing for him. He
No,
doesn't
no,
have
he's
any
totally willing to
problem
share about
talking
this.
Yes, I know.
It might be embarrassing for others, but
Yeah,
he seems pretty
yeah.
comfortable.
We actually, me and Emily are pretty avid gamers, to the point where one of our best friends got us a onesie for Jane, and it says on the front, in 8-bit pixelated letters, player 3 has joined the game.
Aw, that's so cute.
I thought that was pretty cute. Yeah, she hasn't got a chance to wear it yet. Has it been washed yet? No. Okay. Well, once we wash it, she'll probably come to church wearing it at some point. So. Anyways, quick update on Jane. She's awesome. She's been sleeping most of today. She slept 8 hours last night.
Awesome.
Like most of today, she started to get fussy, and then usually it's around the times when she's hungry, and I have to like try and feed and hold her while studying for tonight, or while working on something for the website, or just doing all kinds of work stuff and like holding her at the same time. And she kept on like not wanting to eat after the first ounce of milk, and then she just wanted to snuggle. She just wanted to like be held, and then she'd pass out again. So she spent most of today asleep, and then she gave us 8 straight hours of sleep last night. It was like, I felt like we'd broken some sort of law. Like, this can't be happening. How can this be happening? This shouldn't
I
happen.
remember that. I totally
Oh, man.
remember that. No.
I mean, she has been ramping up, but like 6 hours was the record, and then 8 hours.
That just means she's growing.
I guess it was.
That's awesome.
Love it. Anyways, you guys don't care. So we're gonna jump right into John.
I care.
I think she's cute.
If you guys ever want to know anything about babies, it's not like I know everything, but I have one in the house.
It's fresh.
It's fresh.
He's got some hands-on experience.
Hands-on experience. I haven't forgotten anything yet. In case anyone ever is curious. All right, so we're gonna be looking at John. Go ahead, grab your Bibles. If you have your own, cool. Crack it open to John chapter 10. If you didn't bring your own, go get one.
I got one right here.
I'm so lazy.
If you didn't bring your own Bible, go ahead and get one. Christian, there was under your seat. There was a Bible. Oh wait, here. Choose a broken plate. We'll get you.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna die. You know what time I put down?
Yeah.
Isn't that
One day I had surgery on my toe.
What's up with your toe?
I had a picture.
Oh, that's not
They
cool.
had to remove it.
Did they pull the whole nail or just that big chunk?
Just the sides.
This is the one side or both sides?
No, both.
Oh man, that's a bad toe.
You guys,
Ingrown toenails. When the toenail goes under the skin
I
in front
had
of
to
it.
be.
And then grows into
We're not
Goes into your toe.
extreme like
Oh,
you.
that's
So like
It's
our
bad.
toe is
Oh
us,
yeah, it
is
hurts.
like
And then they had to surgically remove it.
And then
I had to
No
be in
fun.
Sacramento.
No
They
fun.
had to give me 2 shots in one toe and
Clean
then
your
one
toenails. Clip them.
The white one?
True story.
You need the early
True
one.
story.
No, I sleep until like 10 or so.
If I sleep until 10, I'm in trouble.
What's it? Wesley was like,
Go get a Bible. Go. You've had plenty of time. Everyone around you. Everyone around you has gone and got a Bible right now. You guys are like athletes. Where's your energy?
It went to the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have known. That makes perfect sense. All right, open them up. John chapter 10. All right, so who remembers what was in John chapter 9? We just finished it last week. The whole chapter was all about this one story. It was all about Jesus and one guy. There are some side characters. Shh. Yes, Allie. What was
The guy
last
who was
chapter about?
blind.
Sorry, one more time.
A guy who was born blind.
A guy who was born blind. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah. All right. Does anybody want to tell us the quick 30 to 60 second version of last chapter? Yeah, go for it.
Blind man was on the street. He was asking for money. Jesus went up, spit in the dirt, and took some mud, rubbed it on his eyes, and told him to wash his eyes in a certain pond. I can't remember the name,
Certain
but it was
pond.
different than most. And he washed his eyes in it, and then he could see. And then the Pharisees wanted him to tell him, so what happened to us, this man? And then he was like, I want to worship this man. Where is he? And then he found Jesus. He was like, I worship you.
Okay, that is the nice quick version. I love it. One little detail I thought was really interesting. Last week in this group over here, was anybody in that small group over there by the TVs? Okay, guys in the small group over there. You had, and maybe other people came to the same conclusion and had the same answer, but I heard them when they got there. Remember when Jesus and the man are talking at the very end? Okay, the very, very end. And he asks who this guy is that Jesus is talking about. Do you remember why he didn't already know? Why didn't he already know?
Because he never saw him. He was blind with the mud in his eyes. Then when he washed them, he still had mud in his eyes, and he also had water in his eyes. So it was all blurry, and then he was just so excited.
This right here. But say it again.
Jesus wasn't at the pool.
Jesus wasn't at the pool of Siloam. Okay, so this is the crazy thing. Blind guy is blind in front of Jesus, gets the mud on his eyes in front of Jesus. But when he goes to wash it off and gets his sight back, he's not in front of Jesus anymore. Jesus and him are in two different places. So the guy's down at the pool, he washes his eyes and he gets his sight back, and then the guy who healed him isn't even standing there, so he can't thank him. He can't say thank you. But then, remember, later he meets Jesus. He's never seen Jesus before. So he can't recognize him. He's never laid eyes on him. So when he sees Jesus, we saw it right at the end of the last chapter, Jesus tells him, do you believe in the Son of Man, or do you believe in the Son of God? And the guy says, I'd like to, but who is he? Like, who is the guy that healed me? Jesus has basically got the choice now. He can either reveal to the blind guy, I'm the one who heals you, or he can keep his anonymity. And Jesus, if you've been watching carefully, is now moving away from anonymousness. He doesn't want to be anonymous anymore. Earlier in John and very early in most of the Gospels, Jesus walks around doing miracles, and he preaches to small crowds, and he tries to keep a secret, kind of keep a lid on who he is and what he's here for. But in this part of John we're in now, it's not a secret anymore. This is beyond the time when he was keeping secrets. And so he just tells the guy, it's me. I'm the guy. I'm the one who healed you. He reveals it. I'm the Son of God. He's right in front of you, he tells him. And then the guy just immediately starts worshiping. Then there's this little debacle between Jesus and some of the Pharisees. It doesn't seem like it was all of them this time, but some of the Pharisees are standing there, and Jesus basically implies that they're spiritually blind and they don't really know God. That's a crazy thing to say about the leaders of the religion. These guys are the leaders, and Jesus accuses them of being spiritually blind and not really knowing God. We're going to go ahead and watch a clip. It will cover chapter 10, but it's going to start back when that accusation takes place just because I want you to keep in mind that's the last thing that happened before he goes into the parable he's about to tell us. If you forget that that's the last thing that happened, you might be wondering, like, why the heck did he tell us this parable? But this is why. It's because of what just went down between him and the Pharisee. Okay, time out. It's coming out the monitor speakers. That's no good.
Well, turn the monitor speakers up.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew.
Turn them to 100 so you can break them.
Oh no, that wasn't even the monitor speakers. That was like the speakers that are inside the tower, like the one little mono speaker.
Some Pharisees who were there with him heard him say this and asked him,
"Surely you don't mean that we are blind too?"
If you were blind, then you would not be guilty. But since you claim that you can see, this means that you are still guilty. I am telling you the truth. The man who does not enter the sheep pen by the gate, but climbs in some other way is a thief and a robber. The man who goes in through the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him. The sheep hear his voice as he calls his own sheep by name, and he leads them out. When he has brought them out, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. They will not follow someone else. Instead, they will run away from such a person, because they do not know his voice.
Jesus told them this parable, but they did not understand what he meant. So Jesus said again,
I am telling you the truth. I am the gate for the sheep. All others who came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the gate. Those who come in by me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief comes only in order to steal, kill, and destroy. I have come in order that you might have life. Life in all its fullness. I am the good shepherd who is willing to die for the sheep. When the hired man, who is not a shepherd and does not own the sheep, sees a wolf coming, he leaves the sheep and runs away. So the wolf snatches the sheep and scatters them. The hired man runs away because he is only a hired man and does not care about the sheep. I am the good shepherd. As the Father knows me, and I know the Father, in the same way I know my sheep, and they know me. And I am willing to die for them. There are other sheep which belong to me that are not in this sheep pen. I must bring them too. They will listen to my voice, and they will become one flock with one shepherd. The Father loves me because I am willing to give up my life in order that I may receive it back again. No one takes my life away from me. I give it up of my own free will. I have the right to give it up, and I have the right to take it back. This is what my Father has commanded me to do.
Again there was division among the people because of these words.
He has a demon! He's crazy! Why do you listen to him?
A man with a demon could not talk like this!
How can a demon give sight to blind people?
This is Jane. Questions? Actually, if you want to hand those out, yeah, I'm down a hand. All right, so quick note: did anybody notice that Jesus, in his own parable, played two parts? Did anybody pick up on that? When he translated the parable and he said what it meant, there was two different parts that were both him. What was one of the parts that was Jesus? Shepherd. Okay, so Jesus is the shepherd in his own parable, but then he's also the gate. So he's the gate and he's the shepherd, and it's not on the list of questions, but I was just curious if you guys can think of a way, think of a reason why he would be both. are, he's basically each one for a different reason. He's the shepherd for one reason, and he's the gate for a different reason. Can anyone think through the analogy? Trying to figure out, like, why is he the gate or why is he the shepherd? Yeah.
He's the good shepherd because he died for the sheep, which is the people, and he died on the cross for them, and he's the gate because he opened the gate for them to believe in him so that they wouldn't go to hell and that they'd be able to go to heaven.
Right on, right on. Okay, so anybody else want to add to that? Both great answers, both correct, but there's more to it also. Like there's layers upon layers in this.
Because Jesus is the only way that you can get into heaven. He's the gate.
Okay, so he's the only way. I like that. Anybody else? Okay, so think about this for a second. One of the things that Jesus says in the parable is he says, not like the others who came before me. They were thieves and robbers. They didn't go through the gate. They climbed over the wall. So try and think that through in the analogy. If they climb over the wall and that's the wrong way, they're fakes, essentially. But he comes through the gate. What's the difference there? The gate is kind of acting like this test. It's showing whether or not it's the real Messiah or whether or not it's a fake Messiah. Whether or not it's legitimately from God or whether it's not from God. And so the gate is Jesus, but it's kind of like the way God said Jesus was going to work. So it's like the fact that Jesus is checking off every box that God prophesied. He's going to be this way. He's going to act like this. He's going to talk like this. He's going to do these kinds of signs. He's going to be this. And so the gate is like this test. If you go through the gate, if you do everything the way God said the Messiah was going to do things, you are the Messiah. But then all these other fakes, they don't do it the way God said. They're climbing over the wall. They're fakers. So we're going to go ahead and break into groups, tackle some questions, have some good conversations. Ladies, you have your favorite spot, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. Andrew, do you want to take your guys and have me with you, or just take your guys? I don't know how many of the guys that are normally in your group are even here today.
It's like 4.
4? Do you want to just take your guys?
Sure.
Okay. Sean, do you want to take the TV group? Okay, cool. Right on. How you doing? You want to leave your backpack?
No, you're not going to make noises.
If you make noises, not a requirement. Jeremiah, are you usually in the TV group? You're usually in that group? Oh, is your name Jeremiah too? Sweet, his name's Jeremiah.
Where's the guy that called last name?
Do it.
Oh! Dude, you lucked out. Usually, when someone calls at church, we pick it up and put it on speakerphone and answer the call in front of everyone. And I answer for them. That's normally what happens. But I missed it by like a second. I got to the phone too late.
This is not lie down, have fun.
You said we're at church. You're not supposed to have fun.
Wait, he was talking to Christine, or I don't know who was talking to. He was talking to someone else.
I'm pretty sure it's always Ethan. Yeah. No one else causes trouble.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Alright, put it down. Put it down. What did I just say?
He said put it down.
No, you weren't. We're using it for nefarious reasons.
Nefarious.
And nefarious purposes.
Hey, whose red drink is that?
Oh, mine.
From last week.
What?
It's probably Andrew's. No, that's Eli.
We
I
found
remember
a
he got a red
Eli maintains that he never gets the red drink, and it's always that one kid. Like, that one kid. There's still ice in it though.
That's some good ice.
This was here when I arrived too.
That's fake ice. What if it's not ice?
It's Lego
Alright.
No, it's way up there. Sorry.
Last week, Jesus accused the Pharisees of being blind. What is he accusing them of this week? I think that's found it.
You should probably just read the first 10 verses.
I will read the first.
So that the question makes sense.
Oh yeah. What? Yeah, I got it.
1 through 10.
Yes, I am the gate.
I tell you the truth, anyone who sneaks over the wall of a sheepfold rather than going through the gate must surely be a thief and a robber. But the one who enters through the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep recognize his voice and come to him. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. After he has gathered his own flock, he walks ahead of them, and they follow him because they know his voice. They won't follow a stranger. They will run from him because they don't know his voice. Those who heard Jesus use this illustration didn't understand what he meant. So he explained it to them. I tell you the truth, I am the gate for the sheep. All who came before me were thieves and robbers. But the true sheep did not listen to them. Yes, I am the gate. Those who come in through me will be saved. They will come and go freely and will find good pastures. The thief's purpose is to steal and kill and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life.
So, what do you accuse the Pharisees of this time?
Being robbers.
Yeah, being robbers with thieves. What? Oh yeah, 11 through 13. Let's read next.
Why listen to a man like that?
I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd sacrifices his life for the sheep. And I am the man. When he sees a wolf coming, he will abandon the sheep because they don't belong.
So who wants to be our leader
He
today?
isn't their shepherd. And so the wolf attacks them and scatters the flock. The hired man runs away because he's working with the
No. A true leader leads.
Now, what is the test that Jesus sets for God?
Test or task?
Right. Take this spot.
The test.
So everyone's gonna
see if he would give his life for his sheep.
Yeah.
Nice.
And real sheep.
Question.
Yeah. Can you think of any leaders in your family or life that will pass this test?
No. My mother.
No?
My dad.
Okay.
But you like kill themselves and or just actual sheep.
Maybe like a butcher.
No,
Not actual sheep.
Yeah, they would like lay down their life for you. Oh,
Andrew, Jimmy.
Dad, if my mom was faced with like a serious
They ran you over for a dirty
my
nickel.
mom was like faced with like a mega death situation, like she saw a nuclear bomb dropping and it didn't blow up and she would like pass out already. So she would feel pain.
She wouldn't have the chance to live in her life.
Yes.
She would be passed out.
Yeah, so my dad would be my dad would just be freaked out and then start yelling stuff and he'd just throw us out the window or something.
He do that.
Because like if there's a bomb in the house or something like that.
Are these guns painted? Because there's a paint.
What are you pointing at? It's a hot dip rubber.
Ooh. Spicy.
You can use those as tires.
That's not
Orange tires.
Yeah.
That would be awesome to bike with orange tires.
Who wants to read next?
I run it over.
Alright, Andrew. Done a good job of being quiet.
Okay.
Chapter 10, verses 14 through 16.
So give him an idea of where that might be. It gives us an idea.
Okay.
Where
I am the good shepherd. I know my own sheep, and they know me, just as my Father knows me, and I know the Father. So I sacrifice my life for the sheep. I have other sheep too that are not in this sheepfold. I must bring them also. They will listen to my voice, and there will be one flock with my shepherd.
Now, who is Jesus talking to?
Look at him.
The people.
Pathetic, coming back begging to be in our group.
Wait, you shouldn't be alive. Oh no, they're like the story.
Banned.
Saying the people saying that they're sheep.
So how would so the question was, read that question.
Who are his other sheep that he talks about?
Aliens.
What was
The other people who don't believe.
I didn't hear the answer, actually. Can I hear the answer?
No.
You said it.
I said the other people who know more.
Yeah. What was the question? I
Do
don't know
you want a piece of paper that has all the questions on it?
Well, I know. Well, I mean, yeah, I did read the text.
Here.
It doesn't mean I magically know what you're talking about.
That's horrible.
Thank you.
Except you didn't do anything. Could you?
Father loves me because I sacrificed my life, so I may take it back again. No one can take my life from me. I sacrifice it voluntarily. For I have the authority to lay it down when I want to, and also to take it up again. For this is what my Father has commanded.
But wait, didn't the Romans and the Jews kill Jesus?
But not
So how can he sacrifice it?
because he couldn't kill him on the cross.
Because he comes back again.
Did everybody hear what he said?
No, sorry. Elijah was making a joke when he was talking.
See, Elijah brings the group down.
I told you you should go eat
I've
some
been
cake.
completely on task until you got here.
The moment you
I
got here,
told you you
Elijah.
should go eat some cake, but
Usually it's Andrew.
Okay. Fire. Get him
How
out of
many
here.
times have we fired you?
Out, 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 out.
Not that many, actually.
I feel like I've lost it.
I feel like there isn't.
20,
I can't remember
30.
a single one.
Wait, you can actually get fired?
Yeah.
And
Sandra
Edith's
fired,
gotten
like,
fired?
overnight.
Doesn't mean I won't stop coming back.
they're like, hey, get that fire.
He's
like,
like,
wait,
got
Sandra?
lanced off 9.
Sandra got fired for what?
What?
Is that
What did
episode
Sandra
10 on your
Xander
shirt?
tried to join the junior high group and then he just never showed up.
Episode 10 of what?
He came to one leaders meeting.
And then
At like the end of the service. That was kind of it.
So did you guys fire him?
No,
Can
we
you
never
not
had a
tell
chance.
So what if he just shows up one of these days and says he's
Then we'll tell him he's fired.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, you're getting on top.
Well, that's because of you!
Yeah, thanks. Elijah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he comes back again was a Phineas and Ferb joke.
Oh yeah,
It was
we
one
making
of my
fun of your
favorite-
show as a Star Wars.
And this guy did also
It was
Yeah,
one
I
of my favorite
said,
jokes.
I said that should be.
Are you still talking about the thing that got us off topic?
Yeah, because
No.
it's like there's like a big
No,
battle between
they cannot find
like
themselves.
two giant people, and like there's a song about how he finally won, it's like triumphant, and he's like, oh no, he gets back up again, and then he gets back up, they fight, and he goes back down, and they start singing about how he's defeated once and for all. He's like, oh, he comes back again. It keeps going on for like 2 or 3
And I
minutes.
pointed at Cheryl and said, what is that, episode 10?
And then he sees a
They
guy
could not
sort
heal
of
Revolt
people
Death Star.
by themselves.
Okay, hey guys,
They cannot heal people by themselves.
You're getting us off topic. You need to stop.
I'm answering the next question.
Who thinks
Let's
it's
skip
all
that second
Ethan's
half of
fault?
the second last.
I think it's all Elijah's fault.
I think it's everyone's
I don't
fault.
think it's in my
Except for
I think
hands.
it's his fault because you're in his hands.
Alright guys, so we still never actually got down to the real answer. Jesus says he lays his own life down.
What are those?
Even stop. Either sit back down.
And then
I just thought they were having some fake topic.
Jesus claims that he lays his own life down, but in the story, the Romans and the Jews collude. They team up to kill Jesus. So who's telling the truth here? Is the end of the gospel where it says the Romans and Jews killed Jesus true, or is Jesus saying he lays down his own life true? Which is it?
Lays down his own life.
Lay down his own. He's like, come on, baby, take me, take me.
I don't know if he went that far. Pretty sure that quote isn't in there. If you can find the verse, I'll be happy to be wrong, but I don't know. You guys gotta think about it.
Probably like,
though.
inside he's probably like, come on, man, take me. I want to save my peeps.
Okay.
Please don't ever say words ever again.
You kind of make the words feel bad for existing. Someone actually kind of had a good point, but it didn't really get heard. And I can't remember who said it. It was probably Ethan, because Ethan's a thoughtful guy. Ethan, do you remember what you were saying about Jesus laying down his own life?
He said no.
Oh, he could have come out the cross. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have come off the cross if he wanted to. There was actually people who said that. Do you remember that? Does anyone remember that?
I remember.
Jesus is hanging on the cross, and the Pharisees themselves are there, and they say, "Ha! He saved others. Let him save himself." Like taunting a dying man. You know, like, "Oh, you killed people. You obviously have some power, right? So just,
like screaming at a
hit the eject button on your nails and just get
Which
down."
was the suck because Jesus was like, yeah, I could totally do that right now.
I could totally.
But I'm
do that.
I'm dying for you
Sorry,
right now.
Sorry, I'm
sorry.
busy dying for your sins.
Uh-huh.
Just gonna finish it.
Oh yeah, the goals.
What if he did come off the cross and was like, see, I could do it, and then went back on the
Went
cross
back on the cross and died. Just to prove the point.
And he goes,
I feel like besides him having the wrong attitude, he probably totally could have done it.
that would probably been okay.
Well, yeah, but you would have
still have the moral.
Besides maybe the attitude.
that. You would have been berating him.
Oh!
Yeah, what's that?
What's that? Taco. So
No, it's not.
Andrew,
Tacos are benign entities. They're not
taco.
Oh, so now you're on top of it.
They're not inherent.
No.
Tacos are
They're
of
not.
heaven.
Tacos are not inherent.
That's good.
It's okay. Alright, guys.
Tacos are of God. God is a taco.
Donald Trump don't.
You would have come with me. Yeah. Exactly. Which means the group have one less than
Expelled.
Which apparently works better.
Yeah.
Demon
Now, what does Jesus say gives him power over life and death?
In the verses that Ethan read.
What?
Ethan read 17 and 18. Oh, you read 17 and 18?
I'm not Ethan.
I know he's Ethan, but I thought he read them. I know you're
We
Christian,
know
but
you're
I thought he read
Christian.
them. I'm sorry.
We know you're
confused.
Christian. What's your name?
Oh man, that's never gonna get old. So Christian, in what you read, does anyone know? What does Jesus say? What did he say? You can reread 17 and 18 if you remember.
I will do that.
What did Jesus say gave him the power over life and death? This is actually just kind of interesting in and of itself. It almost has nothing to do with anything. That's just really interesting. Why does Jesus have power over life and death? Because he's Jesus. No, that's a dumb answer.
That's the truth, though. Because he died,
makes sense, but it's not
it came
what it
from hell.
No one but that's not what it says.
I meant like
What?
Use your words.
So we don't usually ban people from our church, but
excommunication.
How many kids have you yourself
I'll talk
banned?
to Sam about excommunication. It might be right for you.
How many kids you yourself banned?
What did he say?
because it is what his father commanded.
What? He actually read the verses. Good job. Yeah. That is the correct answer. Say it one more time.
Shush your mouth.
It's because it's what God the Father commanded. This is really interesting because you would think, if you hadn't read these verses, like the reason Jesus had power like this is because he's part of the Godhead. He's part of the Trinity. Like that makes sense, right? He's the creator of the universe, so it makes sense. But that's not what he says. The creator of the universe says the only reason I get to do this is because God said so. That's a really interesting fact. That I mean, we really wouldn't know that unless he told us. I would have assumed that it'd be what you guys said. He's God, and therefore he can do it. But this kind of gives us a little bit of a glimpse into like how God the Father and God the Son work together. That Jesus, although Jesus is part of the Godhead, he is part of the Trinity. He doesn't just go off by himself and just like do things and then come back home and be like, "Oh God, I did this. It was really cool. You should, yeah, I was off doing that thing, and I'll tell you all about it now." Instead, that's not how it works. It's like God and he make plans together, or God tells him what he wants done. It's like very different
Jesus is
feeling.
like God's little.
Well, okay, so this
God's
is
just like, I created the universe.
so one of the things I find interesting is that God says he created things like marriage, things like parents in this life because they don't exist without him creating them. Okay, like he invented parents and children. That's part of his invention. He invented husbands and wives. That's part of his invention. But like he invented those things to show us something about heaven. And so this is a really weird thought. But God invented you guys growing up with parents so that you could see how God and Jesus work together. So it's not like God the Father and Jesus the Son work the way they do like as a mirror of what we have on earth. It's like what we have on earth is a mirror of what's already been taking place for all of eternity between God the Father and God the Son. So like we have parents to show us what it's like between God and Jesus. Yeah.
Did God like make Adam and Eve love each other?
That's a really interesting question. Make them love each other. No, I think he just
Probably gave both some very healing qualities.
that's really the way you ask it is hard to answer because think about this for a second, okay? Is it possible for humans to have emotions that God didn't set up?
No, because he created everything. He needs
But then he also says we have free will.
Well, he created the concept of love. Yeah, and then what we did with it is of our own free will.
Completely true, because you can take it the wrong way.
Right.
You can twist God's creation and make it something bad too. So when you say make them, do you mean force them, or do you mean set them up?
Created them.
I think he did. I think he created them with love for each other.
My response.
But they could do whatever they wanted with that. And they did. They did. And likewise, you know, when, as we grew up with siblings, who here has siblings? I know most, if not all.
I've got a couple.
Yeah. You guys all have siblings. Yeah, I know your siblings. Okay, yeah, you all have siblings.
They're monsters.
So, but this is the interesting thing. God invented siblings, and he knew that it was going to be tough, but good to grow up with siblings.
If we switch,
Oh no, I know. Tough but good. This is the interesting thing, okay? So, God created Adam and Eve, and they were going to live in a perfect world, okay? And in that perfect world, they were still going to have kids.
Like, why wouldn't it hurt, like, for a kid to come out?
So
why wouldn't it hurt, like, ripping apart skin, kid coming out?
Well, why wouldn't it hurt?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
I would have to get into some pretty gross stuff to explain why it wouldn't hurt. Suffice it to say that even today, with everything that's wrong in this world and all the curse from sin and all that stuff, there are still women who claim in giving birth to their children they felt none to little pain. Some women. It's like the 3%. But some of them actually say, no, that didn't hurt. It's not most, though. Most women do not say that. I was there when Jane was born. That is not what Emily said.
Ow.
Yeah, that's what Emily said.
Ow.
Did she do a sarcastic ow after it all?
One day I hope you all get married, and I hope you all get to have children. But one of the things we learned in our childbirthing class, like when Emily was just pregnant and she wasn't having Jane yet, was they're like, you're going to be in so much pain, you're going to invent new sounds. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, you won't have experienced this much pain ever in your life before. So your body will start exploring new ways to release the emotion of, I feel a lot of pain right now. And one of the ways to do that is make you make sounds you've never made before. And I was like, that'll be interesting. It was interesting.
He would have a lot of good ones. It's easy to explore most sounds.
Well, Andrew, you're not going to give birth. But I imagine when Andrew finds his future wife, she will be a sound effect machine just like Andrew. That is the way I imagine Andrew's wife.
Well, don't marry a person that's not one.
Alright, anyways, we're just like the teasiest,
Or just marry one that doesn't really.
So, suffice all that to say, yeah, Jesus only got to bring people back from the dead. He only got to bring himself back from the dead because God said, that's what I want. That's a crazy cool thing to think, that Jesus has all the power in the world, all the power in the universe, but he still chooses to obey God.
How do you have so much food?
Where did that even come from?
What's that? Well, he lied to me and went to Taco Bell.
Is there a bag? Oh, there's a bag over there.
Back here.
Bag, I'm like,
It's like you sleep
pocket? Like super
pocket burrito.
They're good.
Travel.
Alright.
With the burrito.
Let's read the last section. Who hasn't read yet? Noah hasn't read yet.
Yes, I haven't.
Noah, read us 19, 20, and 21.
What? Jonah.
Sorry, dude. It's page 892.
I don't know why I don't know.
You guys can read along with your eyeballs. So don't have to read out loud. He's going to read verses 19 through 21.
People's prophecies and
That's upside down.
it's not happening.
Are your eyes upside down?
Good, but they assumed it was going to happen.
Go for it.
Wait, what verse was it?
Chapter 10, 19 through 21.
She was demon possessed. Oh, now, okay.
He said these things. The people were again divided in their
opinions
about him. Some said he's demon possessed and out of his mind.
Well,
listen to a man like that. Others said, this doesn't sound like a man possessed by a demon. Can a demon open the eyes of the blind?
Interesting.
Nanny!
There's a legitimate argument going on.
If it is God's will.
If it is God's will. Interesting theological, hypothetical situation.
Well, then in that scenario, it would be the demon.
Well,
Doing
granted,
it, right?
Granted, but consider for a moment that theologically speaking, no one opens the eyes of the blind except God.
Right.
It would be through Jesus, not Jesus himself doing it, which is a
So
weird
demons
thought.
can.
But neither could Jesus in that context. God would do it through Jesus instead of Jesus doing it.
But
He was just
aren't they all the same thing?
No, but Jesus was a man. That's the difference.
I have no idea.
Ethan, Jesus is a man.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
What?
But he
So it wasn't Jesus,
But
it was
he
God.
was a man.
It was a man.
God still worked
No, but
through
it was
him.
God then.
But it was God.
So if it's God,
So did Jesus perform any miracles?
no, God did. There we go.
Bull.
Okay, so do you guys remember last week we talked about the thing from the week before that?
Yes.
I know, sorry.
This is like the week
really
before
weird
the week
timing.
before
That was
The
like
week
I
before
knew what
last
happened.
was when the blind dude was standing in front of the Pharisees, and the Pharisees like have him on trial. They're like, "Dude, how did you get your sight back?" And they're questioning about Jesus. You guys remember that part of the story?
Yeah.
In that part of the story, the blind man like totally lays one on them and just like totally burns them, and he says, "How could this man Jesus do this thing? How could he heal me unless he is from God? Like he could only do it if he's from God, right?" So here's my question: would God ever empower a demon to work a miracle?
Yeah, hasn't he done it? I just thought he did.
Look at you being all smart. And, oh wait, no, you're not.
No, it's a great hypothetical, but as far as I know, in the knowledge I have of the Bible, which is not perfect. It's not perfect. I may not know something. I may have missed something. I may have forgotten something. As far as I know, no. God's never used the demons.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone.
Like, why would he use like a bad guy?
But there is at least one instance I can think of where he let a bad guy do a miracle.
Yeah, like Crew.
Okay, but in this instance, it was explained like why he was letting it happen. Okay, so this one instance is where Saul, a good king who became bad, he goes to a witch and says, "I want to speak to the spirit of a dead man," and he doesn't explain who he wants to talk to. And the witch, who's been pretending for years that she can like bring up the spirit of dead people, she's been pretending this for like decades probably. She says, "Okay, sure, I'll bring up whoever you want." And so she starts spouting her stupid magic words, oogie boogie, hocus pocus, and all of a sudden, really, the spirit of the dead guy that the king wants to talk to actually appears. Okay, now this is the funny thing. He actually appears, and the witch freaks out. Like, what the heck? She's surprised, because it's never actually worked before. She's always had to fake it. She's always had to fake it. And this time, actually, the spirit appears. Now, it was the spirit of the prophet Elijah. And so the spirit of the prophet Elijah comes up and appears in between them two. And multiple things all happen at once, okay? The king's like, "Sweet, I've been wanting to talk to you." The witch is like, "Oh,
what is
crap.
happening?
What have you done to me?" She's screaming at the king. This could only happen if God let it happen, which means God is involved in the situation, which means I'm in trouble. Because the man who's in charge is now in my tent, so to speak. Like, God is working a miracle in my tent.
Which means he's here watching.
Dude, he's watching, he's listening, he's here right now. Like, I am in big trouble because I have been a witch. I've been breaking every rule God has. And then the prophet is screaming at the king, "I was in Abraham's bosom," which is like the nice place to wait until he gets to go into heaven. Like, what the heck's wrong with you? I was having a nice old time. I was finally done with all my work on earth.
Now what? You're bringing me back?
You're bringing me back to earth.
Man,
What is
what's wrong
wrong
with
with
you?
you? So like all this happens at once. But suffice to say, I said that too many times today. The point was, yeah, God did use an evil person to do a good thing. And then the other time I can think of was...
There's the demon-possessed girl that could predict the future too, right?
Well, it's questionable whether she ever predicted the future legitimately.
Gotcha.
Generally speaking, in those instances, historically, not in the Bible, but in other texts, we find out that what the person who was demon-possessed or on drugs actually did was spout nonsense or spout something vague, and then the people who were standing by, who owned the slave or who were in charge of the temple or whatever the situation was, they would interpret it. So just standard fortune telling, not necessarily real. But that's not to say a demon wouldn't be smart enough to actually say something that sounds like the future.
Right.
Demons, I mean, think about this. They're angels who've been around since before the dawn of our world. they're smarter than us. They're thousands of years old, at least. So they're going to be smarter than us. So they would be better at actually making a prediction. Whether or not they really know the future, I don't think so. Because as far as I can tell from the Bible, Satan doesn't even know the future. So, anyways.
I mean, considering the whole.
Balaam, I don't know if you remember him, like the donkey guy, where the donkey talks to the guy. He was like a prophet of God, and then he decides to, for money, go help out an evil king. So like he was on the good side, and then he just like flat out goes and does something he knows is wrong, and God uses him anyway.
Or
Gandalf.
He's the one who said it.
Said what?
Yeah, like
Oh,
Gandalf.
But anyways, all I know is I've
Gandalf.
never heard of a demon getting that privilege, but God has used evil people for his means all the time. Yeah, never a demon as far as I know. Anyways, so can a demon heal the blind? The answer is no. Could God choose to use a demon someday to work a miracle? He could, because I can't put a restriction on God like that. I can't say God can't.
But
I just know He never has and told us about it. I don't think He ever would.
I think God wouldn't want to.
I don't know any motivation that I can think of for God to do that.
Use instead of a.
Migraines are not necessarily bad.
Yeah, I mean, He has so many options. I don't know why He would ever use demon.
Or a donkey. I mean, he would use anything.
He would use a donkey before
Send
a
an
demon.
angel, smite the demon, and then use the angel.
And then use the angel. Yeah. It's not like he's gonna run out of angels.
Alright.
Alright, so how are you guys doing? I mean, like really, give me a thoughtful answer here. Think about your life right now. School, home, anything else you can think of. Sweet. That's awesome.
Don't worry. You learned
Last
it. You
weekend
get
was my
used to it.
birthday.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you turned 12?
13.
13.
11.
Nice. Hey, dude, it's junior high. It's always hard to tell.
We're teaching good morals here at the junior high. With a ton of
Yeah, expel. Teach them grits.
Like,
Is it a
I
what?
can't.
Did you give him an expelled sticker? What was that?
No, he's teaching people.
Chinese Harry Potter.
Burn.
What you guys got coming up? He's going to Six Flags. That's pretty sweet. What do you got coming up?
I'm going to Seven Flags.
What did you just do? What did you do?
Run up.
What did you do?
Did something just happen?
What did you do that? No, you went to football.
You're doing football? What position? Or do you not know yet?
Probably linebacker.
Yeah, he'd be perfect.
No, he's playing bench.
You just demoralize the people on the other team and they'll run away crying.
Bench.
Do you know yet? There's like right at the beginning.
They know this was a sensitive topic.
Well, because it's not tackle.
So.
So everyone thinks it's tackle.
Oh, even.
So, well, then it doesn't really matter.
Or are you the water
Because you're
boy?
fast. Like, you'll play well in any position.
Is
if
he?
it's
Are
not
you the
tackle.
water boy?
Well, because all you have to do is catch them. When it's not tackle, like, it doesn't matter if you're tiny. You can just catch them and you win.
No, he did.
Like, because you caught them.
The people who, when I did flag football, like the big, like the winners gang had this contraption they hooked their flags to their belts or their pants, and they got caught in like the final game.
So they had made it through a season like that?
They had made it through a full season where like they'd have specific people set up that their flags wouldn't come off.
Oh,
And the way it got found out was somebody did like a jumping thing that you weren't supposed to do and grabbed his flag and got drug along with it.
Oh wow.
That is fantastic.
It was this like the stupidest thing because like we're like it's the only team that we can't just get destroyed by them.
Yeah.
They're like, boom!
Well, Ethan, you know what to look for now.
I can
Fake
try.
flags.
Check people's waistbands. You gotta check their
It
waistbands.
doesn't matter. They don't get them all. They
Oh,
got
man.
us that, and I just pick it up.
Oh man.
She tried biting it off.
Oh, in case the flag doesn't come apart, just bite it in half.
It's for
Anybody else
me.
have any
It's for you,
developments?
mom.
Anything good happened recently? Anything bad happened?
Oh,
Can you not destroy my lamp before I even get the bulbs put in it?
You a horrid
That'd be nice.
person.
That'd be nice. I was gonna donate that. It's for my house.
Wait, you're gonna donate it to your house?
It's from my house.
What?
Yeah, I heard donating it to your house
Oh
too.
no. It's from my house.
What?
Yeah.
Like before I went to church today, like me and my dad just were walking around. And my dad has like my dad sometimes, like, he's probably like done this maybe 10 times or something. He has like a bunch of like mini Bible thingies. Like he did one video of one, like there's a book version of it, and like we passed those out to people.
Okay.
Yeah, and tonight we did that.
That's awesome. Where'd you guys go?
The mall. Yeah, that's actually like the main reason that does it.
That's
Walks
cool.
back and forth in the
Yeah,
mall
usually when
two
people are at the
times.
mall, they have like time to spend on stuff. So when you stop them, it's not like, oh, I've got 9 places to go. It's like, I'm just here to walk around, and I like walking around. It's a good place to stop people. Yeah?
My mom's friends.
Not time to go yet. No.
Or family. This is like the first time when
It's because we didn't have to do worship and a game and.
We should do worship.
We should do a game.
Joke around. What are you talking about?
Jamie wasn't here.
So is Elijah. Or you.
We could do Sunday. Yeah, but I wanted to have this time at the end. Oh, that's important. Hey, Isaac, get your butt over here. Where are you going? Oh, come on back. You're done. Go on back. Christian, what are you doing? Put those back.
I was trying to find a video, but I don't know where it went.
Yeah, see, that's the slow way to put them back. You can just put them back.
That was fun.
Does anybody have any prayer requests? Oh, anyone in your family dying? Anyone recently diagnosed with pimples?
Oh wait,
Recently. I said recently.
My
patch on my forehead.
I've been praying for him for years. And
Sandra, he got an award because he was smart.
What? Really?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, he's the smart kid.
Yeah, but I thought he wasn't applying himself.
He doesn't apply
He
himself.
tested the
Well, how did he get the award?
on the SBAC test for like English.
Okay, wait. What is it called?
SBAC.
That's a terrible name. They should rename that.
I know.
And same back test is
what is an SPAC?
SBAC.
SBAC? That's still not catchy.
Satan.
Like, he tested like every single thing correct.
Like he was the highest.
Like 100%.
In his age group?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
he got it perfect. He got 100% score.
So just as like, give me a graph here. Okay, so like this is the bottom of the graph. This is SPAC score. Where are his grades right now?
I don't know. It's kind of unfair. Okay.
Like right
From
at the
my
bottom.
knee, what would you say? About here?
Wait, what are we talking about?
His grades in
Here.
comparison
His
to the
grades
SPAC.
so that
Here.
here's my knee.
Yeah. Right here.
No,
From
it's
my
not
knee
that
to
high.
yeah, there's like C, D
That
area.
kid, man.
D area.
Right, this is not CD area. This
Prayer
is B
request.
area.
I know
That's
you get
not
one
even close to
eventually.
what I'm doing.
Yeah. Lab long enough. Go for it.
wait.
Yeah, lower a little.
No, because that's higher than
Quiet.
50. No, because that's 50%.
Hey, real prayer request. We can stop bashing Alexander.
That was my great-aunt or my aunt. She was just diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh, okay. Hey guys,
I
real
didn't
prayer
hear what you
request.
said. I know.
Christian said his aunt or his great aunt. He's not really sure, but she was just diagnosed with breast cancer.
That really sucks.
It's crazy. I got one actually. This came from a personal friend of mine, and I don't know the person he's talking about. But a friend of mine has a friend, and she just had a miscarriage, which was kind of a bummer because apparently she was really looking forward to having a kid. So just to be praying for a girl you don't know, because I don't know. Just be praying for her throughout the week. This is kind of a fresh thing. It just happened like Monday, I think. And so just be praying because that can be really depressing. Like it doesn't let up. If that makes sense. Like that can keep you sad for a long time.
That's what depressing is.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. So
Give us a.
keep
You
her in
had a
prayer,
class
'cause
on
it's
depressing.
not,
You know what
it's
it
not
is.
just gonna like lift and go well.
You had a class on depressing.
Yeah, that's true. I missed it, but I
So we
watched
know
the
what
video.
it is.
Yeah.
My friend at school's uncle
Uh-huh.
was diagnosed with skin cancer.
Ooh.
Where?
Where on his skin?
Yeah.
A lot of times when you get skin cancer, it's actually like a lot of your skin.
And I just really.
Well, it doesn't like look weird necessarily all the time. You might have a lump, but you might not. It might just be your skin is slowly killing you, and you can't see it.
Oh, where?
Never mind. Okay, sorry. You said friend at school's uncle.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, tomorrow and next Thursday, I have to lead the young adults Bible study, which I had been doing regularly, but that was with like a curriculum.
So you kind of know what you're supposed to teach.
Now I have free range, and I haven't had that one in a while for Thursday night. So I just pray that I'm able to do good through God and not be screwed, and that words can get spoken.
Awesome.
That are good.
Awesome. Oh, by the way, I am the most forgetful man on the planet. I need to talk to both you guys.
Elijah, he found out.
It was good news.
Oh, that.
Oh.
It was good news.
We're really sorry.
Oh my
First
God.
and foremost,
You didn't mean to kill that kid.
Okay, but that's fine. I'm not giving you guys good news.
Yeah,
I hate you
they
all.
really did not mean to
I
kill
didn't
that
do
kid. They just
anything.
brought that gun in to show it off.
And you just jumped off a cliff and carried you with him.
Alright, any other prayer requests? Alright, so real quick, before we go too far forward, who would like to pray for Christian's aunt/great aunt? You want to pray for her?
Yeah.
Sweet, okay. Who would like to pray for Isaac's friend's uncle?
Lord, I just want to
Okay, Noah? Alright, who would like to pray for my friend's friend who just had a miscarriage? You got that, Isaac? Okay, what was the other prayer request? I feel like there's one more.
Hi.
Oh. Yes.
Yes.
You forgotten, Elijah.
Okay, he's
Poor
teaching
Elijah.
tomorrow and then a week from tomorrow also. He has to teach twice.
In front of adults who are older than me.
Ah.
I know.
That's
Alright,
horrible.
Who wants to pray for Elijah?
You know what?
That made
Adults
yourself
are
look really
scary.
old.
Elijah, try the main sanctuary. Then
Dude,
you
that
can
makes
talk.
yourself look
I've spoken for the
They have
main
man
sanctuary
buns. Those are
before.
intimidating.
You're the businessman. That was a comedic routine. That's different.
I did 2 times.
Yes, you did. You did great. Alright.
I did better.
Who wants to pray for Elijah?
I did bad. I did bad the first time. Andrew said he would.
Senior wants to
Andrew, you gonna
represent.
pray for Elijah? Okay. Any other prayer requests before we pray? Emails? No? Yes? No? Okay. Cool. Does everyone remember who they're praying for?
What?
Is it? Alright, so we're just gonna go clockwise. We'll start with Andrew. We'll just go clockwise. Whoever said they were gonna pray for someone. And try and remember who said you were gonna pray for. Okay.
Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing Elijah here tonight. I pray that you bless him tomorrow and next Thursday, God. That's an uncomfortable position. So I pray that you give me wisdom and courage.
But take turns with the gun. Someone right now.
Okay,
Like, all because it's probably like a list of 22. This is robbery.
Oh! Why in your eyes?
This is a robbery.
ultimate robbery with classic gun. Hey!
You got her in your eyes?
Wait, I think you pressed that.
Her family. Some friends might not get to her either.
Is that? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I want to pray for English friends.
You did that cheerleader.
This supposed to be there, and now they switched to the other. And then there's a and this one used to be over there, and then.
Oh yeah, maybe this one. Lord, I just want to pray for all these guys that as they go out this week,
And then there's the
back to for a bit, as they have their week, can you just protect them? I know at least one of them is going to be going on a trip. And Lord, I just ask that you would help them to be a witness while they're at school, while they're at work, wherever they're at this week. That you would help them to shine as a light to their friends. Even if that's not in word, maybe that's too difficult at times. Get afraid or shy, but Lord, just help us to really live out their actions. The fact that we know you. So help us, Lord, guide our actions. Help us to have a behavior, to have a lifestyle that really looks like we're following you. We want it to be a public thing, that we're following you, that you're in charge of our life. So help us, Lord, put that love for you and love for people into every small piece, every large piece of our life, so that we can reach people for you. So we can share your love. We ask that in your name. Right on. I love you guys. Make sure you stick your Bibles.
Do you guys even know what deodorant is?
Make sure you put your Bibles back on the shelf. Put any other Bibles you see lying around back on the shelf. Because there's like 2 right there. No, there's 3. There's 3 behind you, Christian. They're just like littered. Oh, they got
5 Bibles. God knows.
5 Bibles. 10 Bibles. There's a million Bibles back there.
I already know how to do faster. There's 5
Well, you would have done. I would have done.
No, because Andrew gave me his.
Hey, thanks, guys.
That hurts so bad. I'll come here and give you.
Judge
I just felt like it was a good idea to try to jump over the whole thing like this. Christian, I felt like it was a good idea to jump over the whole thing like this.
Oh, yeah,
I jumped, I was in midair. I landed like that, and my like cat hit like right here. And I was like, oh.
Shut up!
I hate that sound.
Yeah, okay, so I kind of want to do it separately because I feel like since I have something different to tell each one of you, it might
This isn't my favorite.
yeah, you're like, I explain myself. I just didn't want it to feel like one of you is being preferred over the other,
Right.
but rather.
You want me to leave?
He told me to look back and